So what we want to prove in this video is that the angle formed by intersecting chords. So we have two intersecting chords right over here. And so the angles formed by those intersecting chords, we could pick different angles. But let's say we looked at this angle here that has a measure of x. And of course, that would be the same as this angle here because they're vertical angles that also has a measure of x. But let's just focus on this one up here. What we want to do is prove that x, the measure of that angle, is equal to half the sum of the measures of the intercepted arcs. So what do I mean? Half the sum of the measures of the intercepted arcs. So let's say the measure of this arc is theta, and the measure of this arc right over here is phi. So then we want to prove that the measure of this angle formed by the intersecting chords AE and BD, so that measure right there, that it's equal to half the sum of the measure of the intercepted arcs. So theta, let me do that in the red color, theta plus phi. So if you are so inspired, I encourage you to pause the video and have a go at it. Otherwise, I will proceed. Now, to help us do this, I will set up a new triangle. I'll draw another chord that goes from A to D, just like that. And in other places, we have shown that if you have an inscribed angle, so for example, angle ADC. So in other places, we have shown that the measure of an inscribed angle, in this case ADB, is going to be half the measure of the arc that it intersects. So it's going to be half of theta. So the measure of this, let me just write this over here just to make it clear it's not the same as that one. I'll do 2 over here. This is 1/2 of theta. And by that same logic, this angle over here is going to be 1/2 of phi. 1/2 of phi. I could write over here, measure of angle DAC. DAC is equal to 1/2 of phi. Now, what's going to be the measure of, looking for a new color here, what's going to be the measure of this angle right over here? Well, we know that the sum of the angles of a triangle add up to 180. So it's going to be 180 minus 1/2 phi, or 1/2 theta, I should say, minus 1/2 theta minus 1/2 phi, minus 1/2 phi. Now, what's x going to be? Well, x is going to be, notice x and this angle over here, I guess I'll call it this orange angle, x and this orange angle are supplementary. They add up to 180 degrees. So another way I could say this, if I took this angle, this orange angle, and if I added x to it, that should be equal to 180 degrees. Well, now we just do a little bit of algebra. We can subtract 180 degrees from both sides, and we could get, and I'll just do this in one color now, we have negative 1/2 theta minus 1/2, that would be a phi over there. I'm getting my thetas in. Minus 1/2 phi minus 1/2 phi plus x is equal to 0. And then what we could do is we could add, well, we could do it either way. We could add these to both sides, or add, let me just do it this way. So plus 1/2 theta plus 1/2 phi. I'm going to add that over here, plus 1/2 theta plus 1/2 phi. Whoop, you can't see that, so let me do it a little bit. So plus 1/2 theta plus 1/2 phi. And so what are we left with? We're left with x is equal to 1/2 theta plus 1/2 phi, which is the same thing as 1/2 theta plus phi. And we are done.